Breaking news in the sibling tragedy that shook Metro Detroit after two kids died of apparent hypothermia in a casino parking garage. Welcome to 7 News Detroit at 6. I'm Carolyn Clifford.
And I'm Simon Shayket. This story has devastated our area. Just moments ago, 7 News Detroit reporter Darren Cunningham talking with the mother of those two children.
Darren joining us live right now from Detroit's west side with more from their conversation. And Darren, so many people talking about this. This is simply heartbreaking.
Very heartbreaking, Carolyn. Simon. Moments ago, I did have the opportunity to speak to Tateona Williams, who lost her 9-year-old and her 2-year-old, also in the vehicle at the time, her 4-year-old and her 8-year-old. Also, Tateona's mother and her two siblings, a 13-year-old and a 17-year-old, also stay in that vehicle. She tells me that she has been homeless for 3 months and that she is trying to do better for herself, trying to get back on her feet. She told me she's a CNA, a medical assistant, and that she was actually about to start a new job tomorrow. And so I did speak with her, and I asked her, one of the questions I did ask her was to take me back to yesterday.
Yesterday, I woke them up to wake them up from school. My son wasn't moving, and I kept saying, Freddie, please get up. Please, please for me, just get up. Don't do this to me. And I tried to give him CPR because I'm a senior and a medical assistant. I've been working there since I was 17. I tried to give him CPR and I was just giving him CPR. I just kept saying, Freddie, don't leave me. Don't leave me, please. I saw the green and brown stuff come out of his mouth. I instantly rushed him to the hospital. I was yelling out the window, stop, stop, stop. We gotta get through traffic. My baby, he's dying. We get to the hospital. I told valet, can you go get some help? He took too long, so I got out the car to get help. They came to the car, instantly grabbed my baby out and said, get a stretcher. He's not breathing. Help. Cold blue. Everybody tried. I didn't even know my 2-year-old was dying. I was in it with my 9-year-old, and they brought her in right after they pronounced him dead. And my mama came to me, she said, Yaya. That's what we call her, but her name is Amelia. We just call her Yaya. And they said she wasn't breathing, and they pronounced her dead too. I asked everybody for help. I called out of state. I called cities I didn't know. I called cities people asked me to call. I even asked Detroit. I've been on cam list for the longest. Everybody now wants to help. After I lost 2 kids, I've been asked for help. I feel like it wasn't daytime.
This is a hard one for me, honestly, because it involves kids. I'm not sure where she was asking for help at, but at the end of the day, a woman has all these options to get help. Women's shelter, you have hospitals, everything. And this is in Detroit, but I'm sure they have like all these options open for women more than they do men.
I did everything I was supposed to do. They had everything. Everything they wanted. Only thing they didn't have was a house. But from electronics to clothes, anything they asked me for, my kids didn't even get whooped. I lost the one who made me a mother. I lost a 2-year-old. It hurt losing 2 kids in one night. You know, I don't wish this on nobody. And if you can get help, please go get help. Because I don't want nobody else to go through what I'm feeling. Just wherever you can get help from, if it's not from the city, the state, no other city or state, just go. Like, you don't have to suffer.
It's very, very, very heartbreaking. The new McFall Brothers Funeral Home is covering the children's burial plans and funeral expenses. Williams, 29, she's 29 years old. She is also receiving help from Detroit Power Detroit, that organization. That's the building that we're actually standing outside of here, where we spoke to her not long ago. And so anyone who is interested in helping her family, we'll be sure to get that information on our website, wxyz.com. And 7 News Detroit will have more from Williams on later versions of 7 News Detroit.
All right, so My take from everything, honestly, I don't see any tears. I'm not trying to downplay her emotions, but still at the end of the day, you know, there's so many options out here for women to get help, especially women with kids. I don't know, there was some type of help out there for her. And for you to be living in a car and then your kids, apparently died from hypothermia, that's saying something. And your mom was in the car living. I mean, where's your family? Where is, anybody that can help you? Like like I stated in other videos, you do have the hospital, you have the police department, you have the freaking firefighters. I mean, this is beyond me. It should never be an issue for a woman to get help, especially with kids.
Well, tonight, Darren is getting the father's side of this story, hearing about the moment he learned two of his children had passed away.
Darnell Curry Sr. wiped away tears while talking with me about his children, Darnell Jr. and Amelia, and the distressing phone call he says he took from their mother, Tateona Williams, on Monday.
I went to the gym. As soon as I got on the treadmill, she called saying, can I make it to the hospital right now? They gone. I was hoping it was a sick joke, but it wasn't.
According to Detroit police, 9-year-old Darnell Jr. and 2-year-old Amelia died while sleeping in a vehicle at the Hollywood Casino at Greektown parking garage.
I feel like the father, he's really distraught. He's like holding in a lot. Like usually guys stand with emotions, in front of people. He might have cried by himself. Like, it's like he's trying to be strong for himself. And I appreciate that. Like he's trying to hold it together.
I spoke with the children's mother Tuesday evening. She told me she's been living in her vehicle for 3 months, along with her 4 kids, her mother, and 2 teenage siblings. She says she reached out to Curry, who's the father of 3 of her children.
I asked him, I said, can you get your kids for me? I said, I need help. You know I'm homeless. I done kept a room this long. I couldn't keep it no more.
They were homeless. Had Tatiana ever reached out asking to?
No, she did not. All she said was, can I get them? Can I get them just to get them? And can I get them because y'all homeless? That's 2 different things.
She said she had been homeless for 3 months.
Say, that's what I saw, about 3 months, but she ain't never said nothing to me. Nothing.
So apparently she didn't say anything to him. So she can't really make him at fault. Like she's doing all of that, first interview when this guy he interviewed her. So Tatiana didn't tell him that she was actually homeless. He said, can you get them to get them or get them because they're homeless? There's 2 different things. And it is. Um, so the interviewer, when he interviewed her, she got him believing everything, it seemed like. If you're not telling dad that you're homeless versus, just getting them to get them, you need to elaborate. I'm not saying she didn't, but it's kind of iffy at this point, and I can't blame the father.
So all them other sob stories, they can cut all that. No, she did not.
Curry, who lives in Novi, says Williams never specified why she wanted to drop their kids off to him.
She just asked, can I get them for a couple of days? But I told her I'm working and all that, and I'm out here. We're not close to each other, so I couldn't. But she knows all my family is right around the corner from her.
Did she reach out to any of your family?
No, she did not. And she knows she could have, like we always used to do.
He says the last time he held his children was a month or 2 ago, and that they typically FaceTime, moments he will miss.
And there's a, police investigation into this. What is it you would like to see come of this? Obviously, nothing's going to bring back your 9-year-old and your 2-year-old.
It doesn't even matter to me. Can't get them back, so it's whatever.
Darren Cunningham, 7 News Detroit.
You could tell this father was hurt. Honestly, he hasn't seen his kids in about a month or whatever. And if she's not specifying that they're homeless, like he said, families stay all around there and they used to do it. She used to be able to call and all of these things or whatever, but she's making it seem like she's the victim. At this point, I don't even know what to think. So this is actually someone in her family who is speaking. So let's get into it. Let's see what it's about.
My cousin made a mistake, and look at how the world is judging her.
The cousin of the mother who took her 5 children and their grandmother to the 9th parking lot level of the Hollywood Casino early Monday morning. And when the gas ran out of their car, so did the heat. And 2 of her kids, a 9-year-old boy and a 2-year-old girl, froze to death.
She asked for help. She asked the right people. She was scared of what the world would think of her, so she did privately the right thing. She asked the city, and what they do, they told her they couldn't help her.
So apparently this is her cousin speaking on her behalf. So if she asked the right people and she asked for the help, it would never have gotten to this point where she was still homeless, sleeping in a car. She may have been homeless, but them kids would have had somewhere to stay. All of those people live in a car, that's unacceptable. There's so many resources for women. If I can't stress this enough. It is so many resources. This is no excuse, and you're making excuses for your cousin so she doesn't get locked up for some BS. Like, this is really beyond me. Y'all, I'm doing these videos on kids who end up deceased for a reason. It's like it's a new pandemic. It's crazy to me.
And the mayor acknowledged that because of this incident, he is asking the deputy mayor as well as the housing director to review this situation and then come back with policies to help those who need housing.
If during the day you are in danger of homelessness, you call the hotline. It's about well-publicized 866-313-2520. But if it's after 6 o'clock at night and an incident's happened, you've been pushed out of the house, you're in an emergency situation, go to your police precinct.
My cousin made a mistake, and look at how the world is judging her.
Look at what he just said. I said this in earlier videos. I've said it in this video. So many resources for women. You can go to the police. You can go to the fire department. You can go to the hospital and drop these kids off. You could put them up for adoption, foster care, whatever the case may be. But there are so many resources for women and not enough for men. Let's get into it. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. And thanks for tuning in to Latasha for Reactions.